Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome to Prison Architect. I'm Blarla and today we are going to start building the new prison. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this. We are going to create a new prison. Okay, so let's have a look here. We have decided already that we want a female prison, or females, because everybody does dude prisons, and not only that, but we get some new features like the nursery and such for female prisons, which I have never done anything with, and I think it'd be fun to look into that. So sticking with the female agenda, I think we'll also choose Rita here. She's ruthless and terrifying, so I like the sound of her. We'll keep Rita. And now we had decided that we like fog of war, but that we don't want to generate forests, lakes or buildings just because it's a pain in the bum getting rid of all of these when we're trying to build our prison. Failure conditions, definitely, otherwise there's no challenge. Gangs, we've already agreed that we are going to be turning on gangs once we've built the prison and we've uploaded it to the Steam workshop. We'll turn on gangs and have a headache with that because I've heard it's pretty bad. So we will turn on events. We want events. Last time I tried out events, it's got to be said that it was a bit of a nightmare. It was just a fire in the kitchen like every 5 minutes. It was terrible. Hopefully that's been improved. Weather and temperature, yes, we'd like to take, this is a new feature I've not really had much experience with. I've only messed with it a little bit, not much, so this will be nice and interesting to take a look at. And unlimited funds, no, we don't want that. Large prison, and we'll probably still have to buy land because we're going to build a huge prison. Huge! Right, so let's hit play. Wow, let's pause this. That is a huge map. Look, clear of trees, none of this chopping down trees to set up buildings and that. Although the downside of that, of course, is that the wood sells for so much money, and now we don't have any here to do that with. So, but I like the fact that it's clean and empty. I do like that. And this will never hold our entire prison, I doubt. So we'll probably have to expand beyond this at some point, but that's fine. So the first step is pretty tedious. We need to do the blueprinting a little bit with our planning, and we're going to look into drawing this all out. So now I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I'm going to build the blueprints or draw the blueprints for the sort of the first large part of the prison that we want to achieve before we start looking at new features that we want to add to our prison. We do need to start with something reasonably basic, admin wing, and getting in a few prisoners to get us going. Okay, so I shall get on with that now. So I think this is the planning for the time being sorted. It's a lot of planning. But it is going to be a huge prison, so you need to have an idea of what you're doing, right? So look, these guys, they've moved all this stuff into storage already, even though the building's not there. Oh, troopers. Now, obviously we're not going to be able to build all of this in right now, so we need to concentrate on what's important to get done right at the beginning. I've planned it this way so that we don't have to smash buildings up later and rebuild them. I don't want any of that nonsense. What a waste of time. So let's have a look here. We need to turn auto lights off because that will drive me nuts. Let's go to grants. Here we go, grants. So we're going to be, I've already got, look, $5,500 extra, even though I spent $2,000 on these gates. Even though I spent $2,000 on those, I left time running while I was drawing all this out, so that I gained money. Obviously, I turned prisoner intake off because that would have been crazy. Right. So yes, grants. Grants. So basic detention centre, just to get us started, and an administration centre. Yeah, definitely. These come later. That's great. These are the 2 best grants for right now, and it just adds up a little bit more money, which is going to be tight. Let's be honest, because everything's spread out. Now, it's hard to know where to start when you've got like all this craziness going. We definitely need, this is clearly the main gate, as you can see, clearly the main gate. So we are going to have to build this in, and we're going to build this out of brick. Here we go. It's overlapping. Here we go. Look at them go. Actually, let's just look at stuff. Look, let's get 10 workmen. It just feels right to me. Put 10 of them. There we go. Put these walls in. Just so that we've got the entrance going for now. I'm not going to bother with the insides of these buildings for the moment. They're more just a barrier. Now, another barrier that we need to get in clearly, because, as I say, it will be a long time before these walls go in. Right, and of course there'll be walls in this upper area as well, but we're going to have to expand out here. This is clearly not big enough, this map. Not for my plans, because this area is going to be holding around 250 prisoners. So, you know, we're going to definitely need more room for that. So, as we won't be having these walls for a while, we are going to need some sort of external wall, of course. So, what we're going to do is we'll build a fence down here, and then we'll build the fence all the way. It's not best, as in this prison will be quite easy to escape from for quite some time, so we're going to have to be quite fastidious about keeping an eye on them when they're in their rooms, because if anyone escapes, I'll be mighty annoyed. And then just going to here. There we go. Right. It does require the door. They're not going to finish it until I put doors in. Damn it! All right, fine. Let's put a staff door there. A staff door there. I'm going to complain about it. Jeez. Right. So they're putting in the external wall, nice and easy to escape from, but it'll get the job done for now. Now, looking at these plans, you're probably thinking, what the hell is all this? And I'll just explain it as I go, rather than sitting here and telling you what all of this is. I'll just explain it as I go. No doubt I'll also forget bits myself. The cell block, you probably think, blimey, these rooms are huge. Huge rooms for prisoners. And I think if it was a male prison, these cells would be smaller. I would probably make them 3x4. But we've gone 4x4 because everybody always makes them 2x3, right? And I don't want to do this like everybody else. But in these female prisons, look, there's this family cell, which is a minimum size of 4x4. So what I've tried to do here is future-proof things a little bit. So these cells are extremely versatile and can be changed and swapped around. What we'll be using it for right at the beginning, there's 25 cells here, and we'll be putting 2 bunk beds in every room. this is 100 prisoners, right? That's a lot of doubloons. So I'm thinking that's what it'll be. But in the future, we can make it so it's just one bunk bed to a room, or we can make them just for one prisoner, but they'd be like those luxury rooms that can be like an incentive, or they can be those family rooms where it's mother and baby, and we can just swap them out as we need them, you know, as demands come from the prison. We can just swap all these out. So it's sort of future-proofed, really. And then this is the shower area, and this is just an office because because why not? Because I just like to make things look nice. So, right. And this is the canteen, which is huge. But ultimately, this is going to have to serve 250 prisoners. And I don't think this canteen will. I honestly don't think it's big enough. I think it'll serve about 130. So this whole top area is going to be a mixture of minimum and medium security. So we can stagger their lunch times, but getting this right is important before we come down here, because down here is going to be maximum security. And I don't know if it's a good idea making a canteen that does take all 250. Can you imagine a canteen full of 250 maximum security? Wow. I mean, what a nightmare. You would need a lot of guards in there, I think, possibly even some armed ones to keep the peace. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. So this will be a good test run before we come and do the hard bastards down here. So look at them playing leapfrog with the fence. I think we might speed this up as they run around the exterior. These are going to be right, we need these actually. These need to go in. So let's build these. This is going to be for utilities. This is going to be power. So objects. I'm terrible at finding things in these menus. Here we go. So door, staff door. And this one here will be water. Yes. Yes. Yes, it will. And another door in there. Ultimately, the plan is that this power unit will only actually power this whole area that we've got blueprinted out in here. This is effectively staff, visitors, admin, all that sort of stuff. And then this is where you go into the main prison. And then we'll have other power units over here eventually. But for now, this will do the job. So that's bringing the power online. Now, we're going to need, yes, this is certain offices. We need to hire the warden and an accountant. Well, this building is a warden, an accountant, and the lawyer eventually. So this building's pretty important to get that up and running. So we shall do that. Mind you, so's this building. I wonder how expensive this building's going to be. We're going to build this out of concrete. I don't want anything too pretty for these. Wow, look at how much that's going to cost. I think it's worth doing though. I think we'll build this in because well, I mean obvious reasons actually. What am I doing here? That's fine. It's not registered the door situation, but we do need a door. I'm trying to think where that door's going to be. I think I want the door. It'll be a large one. There. It's probably best we get that built before we spend all this money. Otherwise, what a nightmare. Because look, we haven't got all of this. And it might be that we have to build, say, like half the canteen and a bit of the kitchen, and then all this gets changed around later or something like that, because the money's never going to take it. Let's get this built. So this is going to be a brick. Here we go. Let's get all this built in here. We need all this. So at the door, you can see here, staff door, boom. There we go. So that's the admin centre. Oh, we're running out of money. I'm going to want reception from the beginning. I know that you don't need it. Obviously, I know that. But The benefit of the reception, of course, is that when the inmates arrive, they get stripped and searched, given new uniforms, all that sort of stuff. And I really think that's important. Otherwise, you're just letting people in. You don't know what they've got on them. I don't like it. I don't like it. Right. So we needed that. Now, what's the minimum that we could build around here to get the kitchen and canteen going? I wonder. What's the minimum we could get away with? Because I'm thinking maybe this little area here could be the kitchen, and then we could just build this bit here of the canteen and just cram them in for now, and then we can expand the building later. I think that would be good. Now, it's going to be brick again. So I think we're going to do... we'll do this. Yes. We'll do that. That. How big? How wide should we go? I think... almost out of money. And I haven't built any rooms yet. Right. I think we're going to need... a door. We'll go with one door for now that both prisoners and staff will use. It's always going to be tricky when you're trying to build a prison this big and you have such grand plans. Getting started is always going to be tricky. Always going to be tricky. But they're on it. They're doing it. They're doing it. It will be fine. Oh look, and they're still building the fence. Yeah, we'll need to make a smaller yard for the time being. We'll make a tiny yard. In fact, tiny yard. And that needs it. Oh, oops, wrong button. Wrong button. Here we go, that one. There we go. Nice tiny yard built in there for now. Yeah, everything's very small. And, as I say, the worrying thing really is all this free roam. I suppose what we could do, prisoners will get mighty bored, but we could just to stop them free roaming all over the place. Keep them locked in there like that. And then what we'll do is we'll stick a staff door on there for now, and then the prisoners are just all basically locked in this whole area. I like that. That'll do for now, won't it? That will get the job done. Right, so we're still making 700 a day. So what I will do is now let them get all this built, all these buildings built, and then we'll carry on. Boom. Lovely. Lovely. The workmen are done. Now, we're probably going to have a few issues with power and whatnot because money. But we do get a water pump station for free. So I'll pop that in there. We also get a power station for free. Stick that there. And one capacitor. But we do have some large pipes and electrical cable for free also. But it's never going to reach up here. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about that for the minute. Not going to worry about it. The first thing we're going to do is get our holding cell sorted. What's happened here? This should not be a thing. This should not be a thing. What's happened here? This is no good. This is rubbish. Right. Can we demolish those walls, please? Jeez. Right. So we want some walls here. That wall there. This is going to be our holding cell. This is going to be our reception rooms, holding cell. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Good. We don't have any lights. Toilet, bench. Right. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be no sleeping in here. So, for now, we can stick one toilet that won't be functioning, so enjoy that. And benches. We'll put a bench there. We'll put a bench there. They're nice and cheap. I think some lighting might be a good idea also. Even though, again, they won't be switched on. So, so now, we are going to do a reception because I can't cope without a reception, and you guys are just going to have to deal with that. So let's see. Reception. It'd be funny if it said, no, you can't build a reception yet. You're, I haven't unlocked it. And junk. What's this? So office desk, table and chair. So for now, we'll just put one table. Look, I've marked for 2, but we'll put one table and the desk and chair. There we go. So that'll be our reception. Again, there's no lights. And it sort of feels a little bit pointless putting lights in, frankly. But we're going to do it. So that when we do get power hooked up, it'll all be fine. So, now. Yes. Food is so important. We are going to have to try and get some power up here once we start getting prisoners in, or if we can unlock this or something. I don't know. Oh, actually, the yard should be quite easy, right? Rooms, yards. I'm not very good at using these menus. If they were in sort of alphabetical order, I think that would work for me, but they're not. So there we are. Right. I feel like there should be some separation here. Shall we put so these walls are supposed to be here, and there's supposed to be some doors. Let's see, that's probably quite expensive, 350, whereas if I put 2 staff doors it'd be 200. We'll put 2 staff doors. Right, okay. Is this outside or inside? See, again, look, it looks like this bit here is considered outside. This is going to drive me nuts. When we come to do all this in its big, glorious self, we'll have to check this because, geez, I can't put up with that. Right, so now these will eventually be sinks. This will be like the washing up area. And this here will be where all the fridges are. And this will be where all the ovens are. But for now, it's all going to have to be in here. And just the minimum will do the job, right? What have I got in there? The minimum will do the job because there's going to be hardly any buggers here. This is not... Let's just... Rooms, kitchen. Kitchen, and then canteen. Canteen. There we go. Lovely. Now, serving table. Keep this nice and simple for the minute. It's one serving table, and then we'll stick 1 table and a couple of benches. There, that'll be enough for them to eat at for a little bit. Won't worry about the lighting for the minute. Now let's have a look here. So we're going to need... Oh, look how expensive all this is! That's £1,000 just for those 2 things. Sink's alright. Should we put sink in? So it's going to be £1,000 for those things. And look, it says here that we have to have at least 2 guards and 2 cooks. How much is that going to be? Look at the guards. I mean, it's £1,000 for those 2 guards, right? Might have to let this 700 click over for a couple of days. 500 for the cooks. It's going to be £2,000 to get the staff in, which I'm not going to want to do just yet because it'll eat into that 700 a day. So I think what we'll do is we will put the fridge down. Fridge. I knew that this was going to be a struggle right at the start. I knew it. Right. And a bin. Gotta have a bin, right? Gotta have a bin. Oh, look! Here comes the oven. Wow. That one man. He's got the strength of 10 men.